Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a really busy week full of mishaps and accomplishments. Here you can see our suspended slab, which we forgot to waterproof before they laid the rebar. Then the driller had some issues with his rope. I guess you call it a rope. On the bright side, we did get the RV garage walls poured.
Oh, you okay? Careful.
We knew it would happen eventually. Claude burned his leg.
It's definitely some water coming through.
And the suspended slab is leaking. And again, on the bright side, we have walls, so that's a celebration. We sincerely thank you all for tuning in every Saturday. In all honesty, I don't know how long I can keep up this pace of editing. So if suddenly we are no longer posting, you should know it has been well thought over and prayed about. I don't think I'm ready to throw in the towel yet, but just wanted to be honest with all of you and how I'm feeling. Thanks again for all your encouragement.
Well, today is
Saturday.
It's container clean out day. And our job is we're going to basically try to install some insulation in this container. All right, so how to insulate your container. And they make a product where they basically take this insulation material here. You know, this is kind of the same thing they make the windshield car shades out of. But it's basically, I don't know, about maybe a 1/16, maybe 2/16 of an inch thick. It's got a bubble wrap kind of thing in there, and then it's coated with foil. They had double-sided tape on the inside. So what they did was you just peel the tape off and then stick it to the container. And of course, you know, finding that locally and getting it imported all the way in from Europe or Australia would have been a fortune. So, and I couldn't find a company in America that actually did this. So what I did was I bought some extreme strength rug tape. This is double-sided tape. No clown in here, no monkey faces.
I've been telling him since day one, I don't think this is going to work.
So we're going to put this on the back, and then we're going to tape it up. And then we bought the aluminum tape to seal in between so that we have a nice good seal. So
on the YouTube channels that you watched, did someone actually use that double-sided tape?
the double-sided tape was already on here, so it was already stuck here, and then the other side they did it, pulled it off, and then stuck it on. That's why.
I'm very skeptical, but I'm gonna try to be optimistic. All right, what are your thoughts?
I don't know. What do you think about it?
Well, like I just said, I think it's so thin, I feel like it's not gonna do anything, but I don't know, maybe I guess it's better than nothing. All right, what do y'all think? Think it's gonna stay up?
Hey, we're here at Deer Creek Trailhead, the North Trailhead. And we're gonna go on about a, 7-mile hike, somewhere around that. It's gonna be a beautiful day. It's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
Thank you, babe.
And come on along.
Since it's Mother's Day and we're out here on a hike, we don't have anything else to do but talk, figured we'd tell some stories. So I'll start first. I'll start with my mom. So my mom had 5 children, me included, I'm the baby. I had to say one thing about my mom, really good, is that she had an adventurous spirit. She always wanted to go and explore different places. And so growing up, we did a lot of camping and we saw a lot of things. I've been to almost every national park in the United States, and we've lived overseas, and we've done and seen a lot of things in this world. And so for that, Mom and Dad, because you know she couldn't have done it without Dad, I thank you, because it did instill a sense of, I think, adventure in all of us, that we all like to go and see things and do things and camp and all that good stuff.
My mom, she's passed away, and she actually passed away on the 29th of February, which is the leap year day, right after her birthday. She was 78, and really do miss her. She definitely was the glue that kept the family together. She was kind of the hammer. She always made everybody stay in line. My mom was known as the meanest lady in the block. Although all the kids thought she was the meanest lady on the block, they were also always at our house because she had rules, which is why people thought she was mean, but she took care of everybody. Everybody had Kool-Aid and cookies and, you know, and always a smile and a hug. But the thing I remember the most is when the other kids were away at school and I was at home with her. We used to have lunch together, and it was always half a grilled cheese sandwich and half a bowl of tomato soup. And those were really special times. I miss her. I'll never forget that. It was just me and my mom. And when you have 5 kids in the household, you know, you take the wins where you can get it, and you take the personal attention where you can get it. But anyway, here's to you, Mom. We love you. We love all you moms out there. Sometimes the work that you do goes unheralded. But know, deep in the hearts of all your children and all the people that are around you, they see what you do. And sometimes we don't take the time to say it, but I know in my heart that people, they do love the moms. And without moms in this world, well, there would be no world. So happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day, Mom. We love you. There's people actually skiing in the water right now, and Claude was saying he thinks that water is probably about as cold as that cold plunge was that I did a couple of videos ago. All right, we're at 3.5 miles. Stop for some lunch. This is our view. What kind of snake is that?
Just off to the right there, you see it's not poisonous. Copper? I don't know, do they have copperheads over here? It's not poisonous. So, some kind of rat snake.
We're back from our hike. We made it.
We're tired.
Legs, feet hurt. Other than that, first long hike of the season. Yay! She's too tired to even like do that. Get it, Leia. Get it. Good girl.
Good job, girl. Good job.
All right, well, this morning we have just met with the framer. He's going to start popping the lines today. Hey guys, I'm out here with Justino. Justino is going to be our framer. Probably he's going to do a few other things for us as well. Justino is an owner. I guess you're the owner?
Yeah.
Of Alpha Construction here in Heber City. And he comes highly recommended. So if you're out there and you need a great framer, you can hire this guy only after he's finished my project. Okay,
Yep.
so you know, Justino, you gotta push him back. You know, don't let him take you from me. Now, tell us a little bit about yourself and
Well,
what you're doing.
I've been in business for 7 years,
Okay.
and I've been living in this town for 24 years, and I've been doing framing for over 20 years, so mostly custom homes. I'm married, 2 kids.
Awesome.
That's pretty much it about me.
Anything special that you see about this project we got going on here that's interesting?
The deck, you're gonna have a nice view here.
Yeah,
Nice view. I mean, this place is good.
it's going to be great. Well, we look forward to it, and hopefully we'll see you out here on the site, and you don't just send your crew.
I'm gonna be here
All right.
every day.
He's going to be here. You heard it. So we see you soon.
See ya.
Here, Wendy and I will be able to actually see where all the rooms are going to be laid out, and that way we can see if there's any changes we need to make. We can make those changes. We also have a couple inspections. Well, we have one inspection for the foundation walls for the detached garage, but we're also going to try to fix the snafu that we had with the footing that we didn't have re-inspected when they added that extra piece of footing. So fortunately, the guy that's coming to inspect the foundation walls is the guy that we need to talk to about that footing. So so good. Hopefully we'll knock out 2 birds with 1 stone.
Hi. How are you?
Good. And I was just telling him our story.
What story?
How we got here.
Asking questions.
I was like, we have a lot of stories. Which story in particular?
I grew up here.
You grew up in a beautiful place.
All right, well, inspector came out, and we didn't film a lot of it, but I got a little bit of film of him walking around. He inspected everything. Everything looks good. He had a concern on part of how the construction is being done in the back, but we called the engineer to make sure everything was good. So everything is good. He's passed us on that. And the good news is he also looked at the little snafu that we did on the footing that was not inspected, but I showed him pictures of the before the footing and after the footing, and he went ahead and passed us on that as well. So we're caught up to date on our inspections, and I think we're in good shape. So today we have, the driller didn't come out today, but today we have Best Concrete's out here, and they are going to lay the rebar over our suspended slab for our garage. And then when they get that done, I'll be able to call for a re-inspect on the suspended slab. So looking forward to getting that done and getting that inspection done. So we'll have that inspection out of the way as well, and we'll be ready to move. But we also have the framers here. Framers are popping lines and getting the anchor plates down. Wendy and I will be able to walk through the house downstairs. At least the chalk lines. And we can kind of see where
if things are in the right place.
And start laying out furniture.
Yeah. So we're actually doing pretty good after our 7-mile hike yesterday.
I feel great.
I mean, I was kind of hurting in bed, but once I got moving around, I'm feeling pretty good.
My feet were hurting last night, but they feel great this morning.
Yeah, and I was up 1 pound on the scale after that walk. What?
I lost 5 pounds.
How do you walk almost 20,000 steps and gain a pound? Guess I'm holding water.
Yep. It's all about the water.
I need to drink water today. Of course, I drink water every day, but you need to drink an extra bottle of water today.
So a special thanks out to Quinn at the inspection office. Super nice guy. All the inspectors have been super nice, actually.
Yeah, he was telling us that he's been with the county for over 20 years. And started off with 2 inspectors, and now they have 10.
A lot of good. Well, the answer is no. This did not work. Not even for 1 or 2 days. So back to the drawing board. I told you so moment's about to come in 3, 2, 1. All right, come see, babe.
Oh, oh shit. Oh no. Oh no.
All right, I'm ready for it. Go ahead.
Well, no, I'm not happy to say that I was right. Actually makes me very sad. Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, pretty bad.
Yeah.
On the positive note, it didn't actually fall off of the wall.
No, it didn't, but I bet you in the next couple of days it will. Did you actually video? Because I don't think you can really tell. Like, I don't know if you guys can see or not, but it's definitely not sticking.
Okay, so I wanted to give you guys a little update on what we've got going on here. This spot back here, it all steps down, you know, because we're on a slope. And so it left a big gap between the bottom of the ground and where the actual, you know, floor elevation of the detached garage is going to be. So, and it's actually quite a bit of space. Realize we have another little problem we need to fix, or maybe, we're not sure yet. We're waiting for some information. But, you know, we came, last week we had them come to inspect the suspended slab, and we didn't have our rebar in. So I got the rebar put in, but I forgot that we have to get this thing waterproof. So I'm trying to figure out right now if they can waterproof with the rebar down or not. Otherwise, we're going to probably have to come up with another waterproofing solution. I'm not sure I want them to take this rebar down and have to redo that. It's possible. It's not like an impossible job, but certainly not ideal. Anyway, you know, just another problem we have to solve, another issue, another growth and learning experience, right? Yep. So no big deal, and we'll get back to you on the solution. It's funny. Let's get back to the garage, the detached garage. All right, picking up where we left off. So you can see behind us, this is a big space between the ground and where the actual top of the floor is going to be, which is going to be around here. That's where the living area and the floor is actually going to be for the whole building. So we have all this space down here that is typically what we call a crawl space. And, you know, they were just going to cover it up, you know, backfill about 4 feet of it and then cover it up, and it would just be dirt under there. But it's a lot of good usable storage space. So I think I can build a workshop in there, which would be pretty cool to have a place to do woodworking and some other things. So what we're going to have to do now is we're going to have them backfill a little bit, and then we're going to have a door. We're going to put a door in the back, and that way we can access it. We'll put concrete down. And of course, as we do all this stuff, we'll show you the process. Hey, hello. Yes, it is. Doing good. We just got a call from the waterproofing company. And so what we're gonna go ahead and do is, which was one of the options for the waterproofing, is we're just gonna spray, we're gonna foam the edges, and then we're gonna spray the waterproofing membrane down on top of the rebar and all that stuff, which actually I kind of almost prefer, because all those little holes where the rebar are in, they'll get coated with tar, so that'll even be sealed up. So although it's not the original solution, it's still, you know, an adequate solution for what we're trying to do. After we pour the final grade of concrete in the garage, we're also going to epoxy the garage. So, you know, we'll also have a whole nother layer of another waterproof layer on, even on top of the concrete. So I think we're going to be just fine. It's not not a crazy problem, but just a little bit off of the plan. So the good news is we're going to save $4,000.
That's good.
Yeah, so that'll probably pay for the epoxy.
Yeah.
So, you know, just got to roll with the punches sometimes, right?
Sure.
I kind of wanted to go over some of the things that we caught. One of the things that we did catch is when they were putting the rebar into the garage, they didn't drill holes in it and put the rebar into the foundation walls, which is part of how it needs to be done. I recognized that, and I was like, you know, that doesn't look right. So went back and had them reattach that. They didn't do it right. They were just putting a mat down instead of attaching it. They knew immediately when I was telling them what was going on. They kind of knew, oh yeah, we probably should do that.
We overlooked that.
Yeah. It's why you got to be out here.
Yeah.
You know, if you're building your own house like we are, that's the difference between being out here and not being out here. They would have come out here, done that job, and left.
I think even if you have a builder building your home, it's still a good idea to be out there looking at things, because the builder can miss things as well.
Yep.
You know?
Everybody's human.
Yep.
And there's going to be a mistake somewhere along the line.
Yeah.
Multiple mistakes. We had another issue with the front porch with the way it was designed. So we're not going to be able to pour the garage or the front porch for a while. I'm going to have to consult with my architect and my framer. The framer should be out here this afternoon because, hey, we got a special day today. They're dropping lumber. Our first lumber drop will come today.
Yay.
So they'll actually start framing up the house today. So it's a big day. But yeah, I've got to talk some things over with them. What I want to make sure that we accomplish is that when you walk in from the outside of the house to the inside of the house, that there's no step up or step down. Anyway, so that's where we are right now, and it's pretty exciting. We've got a lot of things going on. Tomorrow we will have our concrete pour for the foundation walls for the garage, and so at that point we'll be kind of caught up, and hopefully we'll get both of these projects kind of on the same timeline. Yep.
So what you need to do now is you need to call for the permit for the inspection, and then you need to order the trash bin.
Yes.
Let's go do that now before we forget.
We can figure out where we're going to put that trash bin.
Yeah, sure.
All right, leave a comment in the below where you think we should put the trash bin. No.
By then it will already have been delivered, so don't do that. Tired.
Are you okay?
It's all that jumping up and down she did.
All right. So what are we doing here, Chris?
So here's our little toddler sketch of what's going on. We can turn this. This is our 8-inch pipe, and this bigger diameter is our 12-inch hole that goes down about 31 feet. And that state regulation's 30 feet for your surface seal. So we're going to be pouring in hole plug, that stuff in the trailer there. It looks like you fill this annulus up here.
Gotcha.
With bentonite. And if that gets wet, it swells up big time and gets real sticky and clay-like. And it doesn't allow any water to get past here and down into your aquifer, basically.
Right.
And so
that's because you drove that pipe. Tell me about that pipe.
So usually I drive my 8-inch pipe all the way down to the bottom of the well because I have to, because it doesn't stay open. But your well stays open on its own. It's basically rock. So I just drove this about 6 feet into the rock that we drilled, and that should be enough to seal it off from any of the bentonite getting down into the well, because that would be kind of a bummer. If I notice that it's doing that, then I'll drive probably another 5 feet. But this also has a drive shoe on it that's a little wider than the actual 8-inch pipe, so it really should be sealed. Like, we really shouldn't have any issues. And the pipe hasn't been falling while I'm drilling, so like,
So you know it's secure.
yeah, and the grout will secure it even more.
Awesome.
So
All right. Well, they did a little test on pouring the bentonite in the hole, and it went kind of down to the bottom, so he's gonna have to drive 10 more feet of steel down that hole to seal it up. So not a lot of hole making today, but we're definitely doing it right. Got Candido here with me today, and he's shooting the studs down into the ground. So he's got these little shells, little 22 shells or something.
Yeah, 22, and
then he puts the nail in the gun. Shoot it. Shoots it.
double.
So there you have it. It's just another way to get the job done without having to work hard, work a little bit smart. So we got a lot of firecrackers going off over here right now. And in these big walls, it certainly does a lot of echoing. So we got a lot of stuff going on right now. We have drilling going on. We're about to pour the concrete for foundation walls for the detached garage. The guys are here to seal the suspended slab, so we're going to get that done. We did get approved this morning for our suspended slab inspection, so that went really well. But yeah, it's been a busy day. And of course, downstairs in the basement, the framers are down there framing up the house.
So I really loved the South. I enjoyed it, seeing the lightning bugs and all that. That's something you never get to see up here, but but you can't live without the mountains. So
The mountains are amazing.
yeah, they really
You don't have this kind of scenery in the south.
no. Lots of kudzu, lots of green.
A lot of green, a lot of green,
Yep.
a lot of water.
So what part of Louisiana?
Baton Rouge.
Right on.
Yep.
Very nice.
I'm a tiger.
All right, nothing wrong with that.
Nothing wrong with that. We have decent sports teams, you know,
Yeah,
but I like the Utes as well. So
that's good.
and the Utes and the Lady Tigers both made it to the national championship in gymnastics,
Right.
but the Tigers won.
All right, I better get this wet
All
up,
right,
and
let's
we'll
go.
get this going for you guys.
Awesome.
Congratulations again.
Thank
The view
you.
is just phenomenal.
Thank you.
So you guys did good.
Thanks.
We have Miles here with us from Rocky Mountain Waterproofing. These guys have been out here 2 times, I think, already. This is the 3rd time. They'll probably be back another time for the detached garage. Miles, how long have you been doing this?
Since July of 2023.
July 2023. Okay, so he's not a rookie.
Maybe a little bit of a rookie.
He's new, but he's not a complete rookie like some of the other people, you know, Larry's
Concrete.
pump truck guy, you know who I'm talking about. But anyway, tell us a little bit about this process and why people do this.
Yeah, so we spray on the suspended slab, there are holes that go through and then holes around the sides. So that way you can level a concrete plate on top. And we fill the holes all the way around with foam, and then we spray it with our waterproofing material. So that way it completely seals it over, so no water can go down in your basement, living room, anywhere really. And that way when you pour on top of it, the concrete adheres to that as well, and it helps hold everything in place.
So are you from here?
No ma'am. I moved here from Colorado.
Oh, okay.
All right. Our son lives in Colorado, in
Yeah.
Colorado Springs.
So
Yeah.
do you enjoy doing what you're doing?
Yes ma'am.
Okay. A lot of fun.
Yeah, it's
You're at
it's
least
fun.
outdoors, right?
Absolutely. I love it. Love the views.
That's good.
Yeah.
Good.
Awesome. All
Awesome.
right, Miles. Well,
Great job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Pleasure.
Yep. While they were doing the waterproofing, to look at all of the seals, and you can see right up here, you can actually see daylight. They're right there. So I wanted to bring that to his attention, and they're going to come back and spray some foam up in that hole because we can't have a big hole like that. That's a good place for water to come in. And so, you remember when we put the electrical outlets in? So this one made it just fine. We did that one good. That one's a little
Short.
short. So what I'm going to have to do is cut this off, chip out some concrete, and chip out this, and then, you know, run the wire into the wall and then up the wall. We knew when we were doing this we were kind of flying blind. Close but no cigar.
That's okay. The following day, the crew came out and took off the forms, and just like that, we have walls. We had another little tiny mishap. You think you know who did this? Don't worry, we were able to get all of it out of her paws.
So I could tell, so this is called the mandrel or a stinger. And inside of here is a metal called babbitt. It has a high yield strength but a low melting point. And so it's easy to
Work with.
work with. And you can see all these little cables, strands
Starting to fray.
started to go out on us. And I knew when we got here today, I saw that 2 of them were broken. I said, okay, every time we come out of the hole, we're going to check it. This last time we come out of the hole, and I could straight away see that my cable, before I even pulled this out, was like starting to do this. And that's a big sign to me that things are starting to fail catastrophically. We were probably 10 minutes from losing
The drill.
my drilling tools. I don't really know. I've had it even worse than this before when it came out.
Yeah.
I had 2 of these Harley. Come here. You know better than that. Yeah, I've had 2 braids holding on to the tools before.
All right, we're going to get to use the acetylene torch. Yeah.
Ты можешь, если, ну, ты можешь держать руками с... Sorry. Polluting the air here, people. Всё лучше работает. Помнишь, как плохо работает? we're gonna fray this out
Okay.
so that all the strands are out. Gives more surface area for that
Yeah.
babbit to hold on to.
Well, I'll tell you what, I sure have learned a lot. I mean, I thought, number one, I thought it was a rotary drill. You know, never thought we just pounded a hole into the ground.
Oh, you okay? Careful.
Что? Горячее?
Трогал это.
Вау. Не обжегся?
Чуть-чуть.
Yep. Mostly hair and just a little bit of skin.
Right now we're at 170 feet.
170.
There is a trickle of water in there,
Okay.
but we got a long ways to go before we actually get
To the real water.
the real water. Yeah. Who knows where that trickle's coming from? It's maybe a tenth of a gallon a minute.
Yeah.
You know, like really nothing.
We're not watering anything with that.
No, there are systems that you can buy that will allow you to run a home off of that much water. It's pretty interesting. You have these big reservoirs.
Yeah.
But
And it's kind of always just trickle filling.
always, yeah.
Yeah.
I actually drilled a well for a two really nice homes in Huntsville up on the mountain, and their well makes maybe 5 gallons a minute, and these are two 14,000 square foot houses, and they have an enormous 50,000 gallon tank, and that well just constantly pumps to that tank.
Yeah.
And then that's their water to their house. So it's pretty interesting, actually. Он ничего не хорошо объяснил.
Он ругался.
Да, постоянно. Не на меня. A little bit might come out the bottom at first, unless I do it.
So I thought somebody was going to get burned and just wind up happening to be me. They were playing with that thing on the wire and they dropped it and it slid down that wire and it hit my leg. Yeah. That's what you get for wearing shorts on the work site. pouring the concrete for the garage. I don't know if you can see, but over here, you can see it's right at the edge of the concrete wall. And then if you go down this line, you can see that at the end, there's about a gap like that far. So what we're doing, we had a little bit of a problem with this garage because it's a suspended garage. We couldn't put drains in the garage. And one of the things that Wendy and I really wanted to have was, whoa. Wendy almost got attacked by that bar right there. Let's go over here to look. One of the things we really wanted to have in the garage was a drain, because when you come in the winter, your car gets, or your truck or whatever, gets caked with ice and snow and dirt, and you wanted to be able to, when that, melted, that it would go into the drain and then out. But because of the suspended slab, we couldn't do that. So what we had them do was slope the garage so that at least the water would flow out of the garage. And not the best solution in the world, but definitely better than not having it sloped at all, which, this kind of foresight is the things that you really need to do, while you're building a house, to make sure that, it accommodates your lifestyle and makes things easier on yourself. Because it doesn't cost any more or less to make it sloped or flat.
Yeah.
So these are just things you want to make sure you're kind of aware of.
But we are going to have the drain in the RV garage, so we'll be able to wash cars.
Because we couldn't do it here, we're going to put a drain in the RV garage and create what we call a wash bay. So if we need to wash the cars off before we bring them into the garage, we can rinse them off in the wash bay, and then have it drain in that drain, and then drive them into the garage. There's always compromises. That's one thing that we've kind of figured out, in this build, is that there's always going to be a compromise. There's no perfect way to do it, and if you want a suspended slab, got to compromise on the drain. All right, well, we're in the theater where, above the suspended slab where the garage is, and this is what we had waterproofed. And as you can see, look up here, there's definitely some water coming through because we just poured the concrete. The water's leaching out of the concrete, finding its way in all the cracks. So it really doesn't look like the waterproofing helped.
I mean, I'm sure it helped. We'd probably have a lot more water in here. Does anybody out there have a suspended slab that could tell us if you had any issues?
Another adventure from Mountain Modern Adventures.
I don't like this adventure. All right, guys, it's Friday, and pretty much all the workers are gone except for the finishers for the concrete. They're still working on it. Seems like they've taken longer than this concrete.
Yeah. Well, it's because you're going to see that concrete.
Oh, is that why?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, not really, because we're going to...
Well, we're going to coat it, but it's a finished concrete.
But they don't know that.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Still got to be good.
Yeah. Usually we wrap up our videos on Saturday and share our Saturday with you, but I think today we're going to wrap it up on a Friday.
It's a big week. We got a lot done this week. It's been very busy.
Very busy. Kind of exhausting, actually, but super exciting. As you can see, we got walls up.
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Feels like a real job now.
Yeah. Yeah, we were saying that, like, we're getting up super early and we're getting over here on the job site, and yeah, we're back to work. We're not semi-retired anymore.
No, it's a real job. That's why people hire builders. Still just managing the work, trying to make, and checking the work and making sure everything's done right.
Yeah.
And of course we are, it is summertime now, and we want to make sure that we get to 4-way inspection. We get fully enclosed before winter comes, because, when winter comes and the snow starts falling, you got to be ready.
Yeah. So
anyway.
Yeah, we also had a nice day. We got to speak to our children. Our son and his wife is visiting our daughter. I'll pop a little picture up here so you can see that. That was very heartwarming for both of us to see our children all together.
Yep.
So anyway, you guys have a good weekend, and remember,
Unplug
reconnect and
seek adventure.
And let's
Here goes Leia. Hey, Leia. High
I'm
five.
telling you, she knows the tagline.
High five. High five. Oh.
Hold on, let's do a real high five. Sit. Hey, hey, high five.
She's a little feisty today. So anyway, see you later, guys.